Boom! Christmas is over. I am back. Got a new Chicago hat, and Spider-Man No Way Home is the first movie in about 2 years. In fact, I think it's been over 2 years that crossed $1 billion. Hey everybody, I'm Robert Storms. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, as always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, and do all that great stuff that helps push the channel forward. So we actually got a lot of stuff to talk about. Today. So let's go ahead and just start out with the obvious here, because this is something I want to bring up, and I want to bring this to everybody's attention because I don't want to hear when another movie does this that is bad, because it's not bad all the time. So we go to this weekend's box office, this Christmas weekend, and we see Spider-Man No Way Home is number 1, Sing 2, number 2, Matrix 4. I haven't seen the movie. I heard a lot of bad things about it. I still haven't seen it. I haven't even watched it on HBO Max just because I heard a lot of bad things about it. Came in at number 3, and then Kingsman came in at number 4. And, of course, the Kurt Warner Underdog movie came in at number 5. So 4 of the new movies came out this week are in the top 5 spots, but Spider-Man No Way Home regaining, maintaining its number 1 spot with $81.5 million. Now, this is the part I want everybody to look and see, because this is very, very important. This is very, 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 very important. Okay, so next to Spider-Man No Way Home, you see it dropped 68.7%. It dropped over 68%. Why is that important? Well, because every time a movie comes out, whether it be a DC movie or a Marvel movie, whenever it drops 55% or higher, you get people on YouTube going, massive failure. Oh my God, it's a failure. It's a failure. It's a massive failure. Oh my God, it's a failure. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. And I always preach this every week when I do my box office reports, that it's usually normal for a movie to drop anywhere between 50 and 60%. And when it starts to get to 65 and higher, then it's a cause to pause depending on the situation. In this case, Spider-Man No Way Home dropping 68%. But here's a couple reasons why that's not a big deal, and why you don't see these YouTubers putting on YouTube going, oh, massive failure, oh, woke, and all this crap, The reason why you're not seeing that today is because when you click on the overall box office, it made $1 billion already. It just started its second weekend, right? The second weekend is over. It's going into its second week. So in a week and 3 days, the movie grossed $1 billion. Over $1 billion. $467 million here domestically, 587 internationally, with over $1 billion worldwide. The first movie, I believe, since 2019 that has hit $1 billion. There might have been one in 2020, but of course, that's when COVID hit. So I don't think there was a movie that hit in 2020 that was over $1 billion. I just, still stand corrected if I'm wrong there. You guys can leave that in the comment box below. But yeah, so the first movie in 2 years grossed over $1 billion in a week and 2 days. And granted, it's Christmas weekend and all that stuff. You can throw all the excuses out there or not. But the thing was, they marketed this thing like a Spider-Man Avengers movie, and that's what it was. It was an Avengers movie for Spider-Man fans. If you were a Spider-Man fan since you were a kid and you grew up with the Spider-Man movies, you were rewarded in this movie. That's what it is. And Sony, if they were smart, they would start taking these properties and doing that more often. The Into the Spider-Verse animated film proved that fans wanted to see these characters interact. So with this movie, they were able to bring in, spoiler alert, other Spider-Man to come in, and it was the Avengers on your left moment for Spider-Man fans. And it shows. Look at the box office. It shows. It shows. Whether you think this movie is the best Spider-Man movie ever or not, that's just irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's going to make more money than any other Spider-Man movie. It's going to make more money than most MCU movies. No other MCU movie this year has cracked $600 million. I think maybe Shang-Chi is up there. I doubt that. Let me just double check, fact check that. I doubt that. I think Shang-Chi came in like around 500. Eternals and Black Widow sure as hell didn't. So, yeah, it's the highest grossing MCU movie of the year. Shang-Chi didn't even break 500 million. Shang-Chi didn't even break 500 million. So yeah, absolutely. Spider-Man is the highest grossing movie in the past couple years. The highest grossing movie in the MCU in the past couple years. And yeah, it shows that fans want these characters to come back. The animated movie showed that they can do it. And if Sony was smart, they would take the Venom character. They would take the upcoming Kraven movie, Morbius, and they would start learning a way to use them around. Make Eddie Brock be a part of Andrew Garfield's universe, and then you can start connecting these and then have a massive movie once every 4 to 5 years where all these Spider-Man movies, all these Spider-Man characters come back. And then you could use Tobey Maguire as the older, mature Spider-Man. He can play the Tony Stark role, and then he can do the I am Spider-Man and die, Not word for word, beat for beat that, but, in the plot, something like that, something similar to that. But Spider-Man No Way Home, cleaning up at the box office, over $1 billion, and number one again this week, despite the 68% drop-off. Like I said, you're not going to see a lot of people going, oh, it's a massive failure because it hit over $1 billion. If this was any other movie, you would already see thumbnails, oh, massive failure, dropped 68% in the second weekend, blah, blah, blah. I know, I've done shit like that. But I've always did in the video explained why certain things are the way they are. It's not because of woke and all this stuff. It's because more often than not, movies do drop 55 to 60% in this opening second day weekend. So it's just the way it is because new movies come out. But yeah, so that's my part. What's the matter, Gus? So that's my thoughts on it, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet? How do you feel about it being the first movie in a couple years to break $1 billion? And what do you think the overall box office is going to be when all said and done? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.